Buddy was moved to your channel.
Yeah, we need to think twice about that next time. What's up, guys? Welcome, Yogi. What's up, geeks, gamers, ninjas, robots? This is HorsePLAY Live. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2015. And this is episode 73, tentatively titled LOL Smite, Heroes of the Storm, and Dota 2 Fistfights. But before we get into all the fun on this episode, and then as soon as he fixed his mic, I'm also joined by everybody's filthy hardcore casual. Everybody's filthy hardcore casual, YogiZilla. What's up, big guy?
What is even going on?
I don't know. You had your mic on like speakers, so I like muted you so I could do the intro.
No. You forgot what? No. What happened when I said mute your mics and you did not? You know why and how I know? Because you lit up on TeamSpeak.
Yeah, but after the music was done, I started and I said, "Welcome, geeks and gamers," and I heard it a background because you didn't turn it off.
I turned it off a second after. I'm on point, man.
No, not today.
You muted it and then
But it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, no. Obi is drunk.
No, I'm not.
I'm all scrubs here.
He's gonna pass the buck here. Listen,
no, I'm not passing the buck. It's not. It's okay. It's just how it just happened. We're not using Skype today, guys, because we really don't need to. We really don't want to be. No, I'm not gonna say this. We do want to be on cams for you guys, just because that's what HorsePLAY Live is. You guys get to interact with us, but we're just right now. Cameras are being ass knots. One doesn't work. One needs new drivers. And it's just. Yeah, it's all at the last minute, so no cams today, but we are sorry. YogiZilla, what's up, big guy?
I know, I lost my mojo. I was hyped.
How is it my fault, though?
And then I was muted.
I was, no.
Right now, in the uncut, everybody's going to hear, like, silence. It's going to be like, welcome.
What?
That's what happened. Anyway.
Wait.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
I'm confused. Yogi's mad at me, everybody, but it's okay.
Oh, no.
We are pro here.
It's okay.
We are pro scrub.
We do have other guests. We'll get to you guys in 1 second. We do want to make sure that everybody's doing good this week. A lot of things have gone down, personally, gaming wise, everything. But with us today, joining us on the show, of course, everybody knows Fatal Blades, Lord Rakdos, and with us Morgana Freya again. What's up, guys? Fatal, how you doing, buddy?
I am awake and functional.
I'm awake and drunk, and not non-functional.
Theoretically functional.
Yeah, I'm theoretically. It works on paper. I can't guarantee it works in real life.
Lord Rakdos, how you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good.
Oh, that's it? Okay. Morgana, how about you?
Hey guys, I'm good. Just got home. Just barely made it.
Yay! Oh, I mean,
Yay!
definitely.
Yay!
So what have you guys been up to this week? You guys have any fun, anything interesting, new, terrible that you just want to share with everybody?
I've been playing ungodly amounts of the Path of Exile beta, and it is phenomenal. It's so good.
Nice.
That and Heroes of the Storm has pretty much been my life this week.
I have been playing disgusting amounts of Heroes of the Storm and trying to not scrub out on all warriors.
Good. Trying to take my spot. Good. And I will say that for straight up that I'll probably be playing Heroes a little bit more. Just for the fact that my team decided to have two of them decided, like two of the top fraggers and the two of the better players decided to dip. So, which is all good. They were playing on different teams and already, which was kind of a shock to me. Like they wanted to make this work, and then they're playing on other teams too. But it's all good. It's nothing big, nothing I can't get over, I guess. But we're taking a new approach to the whole gaming thing as a whole. Anyway, you guys are finding out more about that on my channel sometime. Morgana, how are you doing this week?
I am busy, very busy.
Are you busy, bee?
I'm trying to keep up with my streaming schedule, which has not been going very well.
Yeah, I know.
But
I've been trying to watch.
Yeah, my normal Skyrim. I played a little desktop dungeons.
Okay.
Ooh, good game.
Now I wanna say sorry. Never mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I heard you say desk cock.
I did too.
I'm sorry.
Dang it.
Like, what are you thinking about right now? Yes, guys,
like-
this is not a PG show, by the
I
way.
can never say it right.
Desktop?
Yeah, children, please go to bed.
How is desktop anything different from desktop?
I don't know
said
what I said.
desktop.
I just can't say it right. Dang it, Obi.
Morgana's thinking about cock!
I heard that game can get really hard,
Damn roosters.
but if you can make it all the way through to the end, the payoff is fulfilling.
Oh my god.
Come on now. Come on.
I never said that.
When does the game really climax? Like, I don't know.
Near the end.
Oh,
Near the end.
Near the end, it does.
That's when everybody's climaxes, isn't it? Near the end. All right, we're getting off on not anything that we usually talk. Well, yeah, we do.
I was gonna say, when
you
don't you
talking
talk like that?
So
Yeah.
Willis.
If you can be guaranteed a few things on this show, it's that and food.
This is true.
I have food.
And we've been talking sex
See?
talk,
See,
so
there it is.
It's all good.
I love these emotes on Switch, especially the fat.
wait,
Okay.
what?
I just put it on
Yeah, there's a fat
the channel.
emo.
Yeah. Burgers are so good.
My mic's wigging out like it doesn't know where the noise gate wants to start and end. Great.
Interesting. So speaking of desk cocks, I just finished the normal missions, the normal quests, I guess you call them, the normal wings on Hearthstone's Black Cock Mountain. Yep,
Oh
good
my-
times. Good times. It wasn't as hard as people said it was. I found it quite soft.
Quite soft. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What the hell did I start?
You started it too, and then she's confirming it, guys. She goes, "What did I start? What did I get these guys knowing that all four of us are
men
perverts?"
who are
To be perfectly
pigs.
honest, massive.
No, I never said nothing about men. I'm a kid, thank you. Perverts.
That's true.
And you start off and first thing you say is desk cocks. Come on.
That's just what you chose to hear. That's not what I said.
It is what you say because you've already confirmed that.
Totally.
I'm gonna use a timeout and challenge the play.
She did. She goes, oh, I did say it. And she did say it. Because you're like, I didn't think you heard me. Yeah.
Or the podcast will be replayed. They'll be like, yeah, that was definitely
Everyone's gonna be
Desk Cox.
re-listening.
That was Desk Cox. I heard it.
Do we,
I want a recording of that as my
and
ringtone.
Yogi's got some really good news. Yogi?
Do I?
Do you?
Oh, I do. I do.
What is that?
So, but I don't even know where to start. So supposedly, Comcast was spanked The government said you have to follow our new regulations. You cannot have surcharges because we now qualify broadband internet as a public utility. So they can no longer charge for
Overages.
data usage.
Yes. Welcome back.
I went through like 2
Welcome
Now, wait,
back,
wait.
Yogi.
But wait, there's a caveat.
Fuck.
The person that told me this is an employee of Comcast, and even though she's a friend, I think it's a virus that when you work for Comcast, you become a derp. I love you. I love you. You know who you are, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm scared to look at my next bill, so I'm gonna start scaling back up the Twitch streaming again. But I'm gonna behave under the notion that it's not 100% yet. That's why I don't want to celebrate just yet. But it is
They should have
it's
stopped
good news.
being able to charge you like 2 months ago.
Right, but
That's
the
when
thing
that
is,
bill went through.
it is. But unfortunately, because of how the bills work, you know, they give companies and whoever's affected time to, you know, adjust.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, because I definitely saw those overage charges last month. So we'll see what happens this month. Yeah. So, but yeah, that is good news. Has anybody been watching the Flash by chance?
I have
Nope.
not.
Nope.
That show.
I
all
did
I'm
watch
gonna say,
I did watch the first full season of Daredevil though.
I haven't,
I
haven't
can't
caught
wait,
it yet.
dude.
I've heard a lot of
Oh
good
my
stuff.
god,
I'm
you
waiting
gotta
for
watch
the-
it.
I'm
It's
waiting
so
for
good.
I'm waiting for the hype to die down because that's the problem I have. Like if something's really hyped up and there's a lot of spoilers out there, I can't enjoy it. Like I have to wait for that to die down, then I can enjoy it.
I watched it in like a day, like 2 days. It's how many episodes? It's one season. It's right on Netflix. And I literally, there's like 28 episodes maybe for the season.
Yeah.
But it's just start watching them, dude. Just even like the first couple, you're gonna get into it like hardcore. You're gonna know what's happening, but it's like it plays out like it should, is what I'm saying. Why is my mic so stupid today?
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I gotta say that the Arrow has actually gotten much better
Yes.
than the Flash. I'm sorry, has gotten way better than Arrow. Arrow's gotten good. It's taking some dark turns, but it feels like it feels like it's lost a little bit of steam. But the Flash is like I'm really intrigued. Like I don't know where they could go from where they're at right now. Like and I don't want to spoil it, but like a major character might not be there anymore, but then they might be. So I'm wondering if they're gonna use a really cheap narrative device, some kind of cheesy trope, or if they're gonna find a really good way of telling the story. I don't know. We shall see.
I really can't wait to see what they're gonna do because it's just getting really good. Now that he's actually, I hope you guys are caught up with it. But now he's actually the heir to the demon.
Talking about Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know you're talking about Flash, and I haven't watched it. I'm gonna start when actually the first season comes out. I'll actually watch the full first season, and then I'll catch up on like Hulu Plus or something.
No, Arrow's gotten really good too. I'm still enjoying it, but it's just like I don't know. Flash is like at a higher level for me right now. You know,
I've heard
new,
nothing
too.
good about Flash, to be perfectly honest.
see the people that criticize Flash, the only real complaints they seem to have is that they can't stand the guy that's playing Flash because he has a derp face or whatever, and they complain about the really stupid romantic interest in there because Iris, she's a beautiful girl, she's a cool character, but man, she pisses you off because like she's such a dummy, like the way she, you know, just breaks this guy's heart over and over again, and like how can
And then
you
he keeps taking her
spend-
back. That's the other thing.
Yeah, and then how can you be? No woman is that oblivious that they can't tell that the guy that's spending all the time and always there for her is in love with her. Come on, stop it.
Well, it's kind of like I guess you could say it'd be kind of the same thing with the Arrow and Felicity, but he knew that she loved him to death.
I am glad that got some sense of closure. No matter what happens from here, thank God.
She actually got to bang him, and they're good now. She's like
I
madly
mean,
in love with him.
that's the icing on the cake. But you know, they finally vocalized. They communicated about how they felt about each other. That tension was just getting annoying. It's like, all right, get it over with. Bang each other. I don't know, smack each other in the ass. Something. Just get it out of the way. Anyway,
do something because it was getting. Yeah, I hear you. It was getting to the point where they were coming back, going, you know, all right, you're gonna do it now, or you're finally gonna even just like kiss and acknowledge those feelings, and it never would happen. So, but tonight on the show, guys, we're gonna celebrate Cinco de Mayo a little bit further. It's only 2 days back, and hope that there are no tech issues this week. Oh my God, let's just not even say that.
Hope.
Knock on wood. There you go. Our favorite games are gonna have a fist fight and video game brawl. I missed that. Maybe we'll actually make it to the dust off this week as well. So, we have a little bit of light news. So it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it usually is. So we'll be able to get it through it. But if you guys are new to the show, if you guys are new to the show, welcome to our silly party.
woohoo!
HorsePLAY Live is where geeks comes to play, and 10 times out of 10 get in trouble. Just because we do. Yeah. We're the flagship talk radio show for Geeky Antics Network in collaboration with allgames.com, and it's not there anymore.
And that's it.
United no, it's not anymore.
The UBN is now defunct.
What?
I just want to kind of slip it under the table, but now that you brought attention to it, I was
I'm
kind of
sorry.
just gonna erase it.
You should have told me beforehand.
That's why the show notes are there. They've been edited since earlier in the day.
I read them, but I just didn't think about it. I don't think about that.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, yeah, I might as well just get it out in the air. I mean, Mike's obviously been active. He's been on PlayStation Network. He's ignoring me and Kevin from the Worst Radio Show's Skype messages and text messages.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I know there's got to be someone on the other side, whether he's been deployed, last minute. I know that some people go on missions they can't talk about. They get orders they can't talk about when they're in the military. I understand that. I know how that is.
Right.
But you're telling me, I think more than likely his wife is, on his Skype and, ignoring the message. Like, you can't say, oh, he's not here. He's been deployed, or, So it's, a lot of, shady stuff is going on. It's like, so... It's pretty safe to assume that they're dead. The UBN's dead. So, but Geeky Ant's still going strong. So yeah, you do.
Well, that is very unfortunate, but we're still gonna go and do whatever we need to do, and we're still with allgames.com too. So our show covers all the aspects of geek culture and a special focus on indie and strategy games. We talk about technologies, and my God, do we rant. We have some of the most epic rants in podcast history. We do. That's even been said. Yes, we do. It's been proven.
I think she's being facetious.
Yeah, I know. And of course, a lot of the social issues that geeks face, and as well as community events that we are doing ourselves or supporting. So sometimes we even talk about tabletop games, and more times out of not, we talk about food. Just because mustard's amazing.
Is 30 takedowns with a Tyrael good?
Yes.
That means you're involved in the fights.
And 1 death.
Really good.
Yogi, tell him a little bit about our show before I get too confused, because he's playing the game and doing the show at the same time, so it's confusing me.
Yeah, we're live and uncut, and tonight in particular is more crazy than usual, because instead of waiting for our Geeks Engaged segment, we just got everybody on board from the beginning.
Yep.
We may not even get through the first 2 segments, but we're gonna try. Now we may say things that are offensive. It's a late night. We let everything hang out, but we're just having fun. We're trying to be a little comedic. I guess that's the word. Keep an open mind and have fun with us. Remember, this is HorsePLAY. So shenanigans are abound. And above all, did I mention have fun? Yeah, have fun. Have lots of fun. And maybe drink alcohol if you're of age.
Woo!
And you don't have to go to work the next day because that might be rough.
Yeah. I don't know.
But that's my spiel.
Yeah.
That's my bit.
Horseplay Live is where every Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, on Twitch channels Geeky Antics and simulcasted over on YogiZilla, which he actually starts the pre-show, so you guys can check that out. Horseplay Live replay is also available earlier at 5 p.m. Eastern on allgames.com. Come on, guys, help us out. I'll ask again. Give us 5 minutes of your time. It'll really help us out. If you have multiple devices, hey, turn it on 5 minutes. Just walk away. Go do whatever you need. Go do the dishes or do whatever you need to do. Go take a poop. I don't know. Do whatever you need to do. But we're going to get right into it with some obligatory news with YogiZilla.
Ding!
Dong.
And Sworn, aka Ryan from the B Team podcast, is joining us. Their show actually ended early tonight. He gets to join us live. Woohoo! So
Where is that sexy bitch? I mean, beast.
He's right in the chat. We got a bunch of people streaming in here, but again, we keep saying this until the day rolls around. Get ready for the June 2nd Heroes of the Storm release. So got the beta keys floating around. If you want to get in on the closed beta, let's do it. And with that, Blizzard has confirmed that Sylvanas will not be nerfed. Sorry to those.
Oh my god.
Sorry to those demanding that she be nerfed in the beta forums and Reddits and all that stuff. She doesn't need to be nerfed. I'm sorry. As someone that mains her, she is fine where she's at. Trust me. Now, her possession heroic is the only thing they said that they feel needs attention, and it's likely going to be reworked, if not buffed. I think it's going to get buffed because Wailing Arrow is so delicious, and possession is kind of like, oh, cool story.
Pizza boy in the house.
Oh man, got a nice little crew here. We got Joam Singer. Did I read that right? New faces in here, some old faces. Good times. Even Morgana's daughter's here. Woo.
I'm here too, you little bastard.
She can hear you guys talking. She's listening in. Hi.
I heard a hi.
She was like, dang it, I missed.
She's an artist too, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
She should use Shiny Prince. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of
I
artist?
check that out.
Hi, little girl. How are you?
She's not a little girl. She's 18, ain't she? Or 17?
She is, yes.
Everybody younger than me. If you're a little boy, you're a boy. If you're a little girl, you're a girl.
She's a young lady, sir.
Woman.
Annie is a little girl. And Annie's a little girl that walks around with her bare timbers
Do you
and
wanna play?
lights everything on fire,
Little
and she's
peapod?
really evil.
Wait, what? What Annie are you talking about?
League of Legends.
Oh.
Anywho,
I thought you
No,
meant
we were talking about
Annie
Dota
from the
2.
movie.
no. Very different. Not the hard knock life one. No. But so more Blizzard stuff. Kael'thas has been teased further, and it's pretty much a done deal that's going to happen. There's other concept art, splash art that's been leaked, accidentally, quote unquote. But we know pretty much what to expect. But still no Diablo support. But tell you what, the WoW fans are losing it over Kael'thas because what is he? Is he a blood mage that wields fire and arcane magic? They're talking about, maybe he's gonna have the ability that increases healing effect, or he'll have his fireball, and he'll have I don't know. There's some kind of weird thing they're talking about where like he has a spell that could increase damage done to the target, and all these other weird mechanics. Like I'm like, oof. So Jaina might have another mage.
I think he's gonna have. I think Kael'thas is gonna have his three main abilities that were actually in Naxxramas in the raid. That's what I think he's gonna have his energy surge, He's gonna
Ooh,
have
that's
his
a good one.
his lightning bolt and a buff to allied minions
Minions?
That'd be
I
cool.
feel
or
like
allies
they might
or
make it heroes.
allies. Well, allies in general. It'd be like ETC's
Yeah.
E. Would it be
Yep.
his E? His you know his what is it, guitar solo?
Uh-huh.
It'd be like that to where it'd buff everybody, like in the range.
So kind of like Raynor's encouragement? No.
No, kind of like
Inspiration.
ETC's
Inspiration.
guitar solo.
His guitar solo heals.
His guitar solo
No, no, no,
heals,
no.
and
If you spec in it, well, it heals himself always, but basically
it does
his,
things to minions first. Like it'll
well,
give
that's
minions.
his trait.
Yeah, that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, whenever he pops an ability around any minion, they get bigger.
Any allies, not just minions, any allies that are in his vicinity when he uses an ability get the buff.
Yeah,
And then he can spec it to do other things like healing,
it's attack
area
speed.
damage.
Like everybody gets a buff of attack speed and movement speed.
Yeah, it basically makes it so that everybody could do a little burst damage real quick.
That's why ETC is so OP.
Good, he's good. He's one of my favorites. It's tough to choose between him and Diablo. I can see why no one wants to try anyone other than them, because they both have such a good kit now. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on here in the chat. Swarm makes a good point because I'm a Warcraft 3 fan, and it actually hurts my heart. It hurts my heart that people act like WoW is Warcraft, or that's what started it. No, before WoW there was Warcraft 3. Before Warcraft 3 there was Warcraft 2. Before Warcraft 2 there was Warcraft 1. And this goes back to the early 90s. And in Warcraft 3, Kel'Thas had the following abilities: Banish, Drain Mana, and Flame Strike. And that's the one I was thinking about. The Drain Mana.
I would
like
her
to
having
see
those too, because of War.
Oh, a drainer?
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be so
that's
OP,
nasty.
dude. That would be so, especially if you had if they had an ability to like where you could drain enemy mana and give it back to one of your teammates, just not yourself. That would be fucking OP as
Siphon.
shit.
Anti-Malfurion.
Yeah, siphon
Siphon
mana.
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that'd be
Oh,
so
God.
OP, bro. But yeah, there's nobody knows what they're gonna give her until it happens. And thanks for the pretzel.
The PFT says it before Warcraft there was Warhammer. And yeah, Blizzard has always been a bunch of like geeks and nerds that build worlds. They craft their mythos around things that they love. Warhammer is definitely a big part of that. They borrow a lot from different other fictional works and fantasy and sci-fi worlds, which is awesome. Snyder's pretzels. Oh my gosh! Stop. Okay, stop the food time. I'm not looking at chat. But I would like to see, once they introduce mana burn or mana drain. Now mana burn is a little different because mana burn means it takes away mana and also damages you based on the mana that's taken away. And then it may be something like mana void where damage is done to you based upon how much mana you're missing.
Oh man, a void
was
is so nasty.
Oof, it will shift the meta so hard because people have to really think about, like, they'll have to think about getting more regeneration, conserving their mana. There won't be as much spamming. Oh man, it'll
On
make
that point, anti-mage is a prick.
he is. We kind of have anti-mage. Illidan is kind of anti-mage without the mana void and the mana burn.
Anybody that doesn't use a resource to play,
Yes.
is gonna be immune to that. So like, you're gonna see a lot more Illidan. You're gonna see a lot more. Who's that melee specialist?
Chen, Sonya.
Chen, Sonya. You're gonna see a lot of the melees be immune to that. So people are gonna start playing melees more. Meta's gonna shift like crazy if they do anything close to that. Especially with anything to do with mana disruption or mana for the other team.
Yeah.
They're done.
I also feel like they need to have a hard counter. Oh, Morgana's daughter is now following us. Yay! Thanks for the follow.
About time.
I know she waited all this time.
I
I mean,
know,
she
for
even
real.
showed me her artwork on cam during Morg's stream, and now she follows us.
Yeah,
I
I know.
know.
She was like, Crap, I'm not even following them. I'm so bad.
It's all right. It happens to everyone. We have people that come here every show and then they follow us like months later. It's like, okay, sure.
And then they're
Rabbit,
like,
who you talking about? What you talking about?
well, yeah, you were one. It's all like, you know, they're having so much fun watching. They don't remember, like, they know we're coming on every time, so they just go to it.
Yeah.
I don't know
really
why you
get
don't
that.
follow us, but, you know, it's okay. I'm not mad at you.
I ain't mad at you. But anyway, I want to move on from the Heroes of the Storm talking. I'm getting giddy and I'm getting like the little crackhead itch, and I'm like, oh, I need my hit, and yeah. So I'm gonna move on. So we mentioned it already, but you know, we kind of hinted. Actually, we didn't mention it, but we hinted upon it. We hinted at it rather. The Worst Radio Show is now officially part of the gang. They're part of the Geeky Antics crew. So
Nice.
it's funny because originally they were supposed to join us, but they felt bad. It's like, oh, we're kind of part of this another network, a partner streamer that's, you know, they're partnered on Twitch, and we don't want to like just, you know,
Right.
betray them. But I'm like, but they're not doing anything beyond Twitch. Like, we are on Stitcher, iTunes, Zune, TuneIn Radio. We're on allgames.com. We're on Facebook. We're everywhere. Like, we got a lot of different touch points that have high levels of engagement. And I'm not saying that there's not value in focusing on Twitch only, but you need to realize that what you do while you're offline, when you're not streaming, is just as important
but
as
the
what you
thing
do.
is, right. Sorry.
Alright.
I was hoping you were talking faster than what you were actually, but that's what he's saying, guys, is true. I mean, you got to be able to reach out further. Since meeting Yogi, that's what I've been learning to do, is reach out further than just where I'm at. Make your social media work for you. Because if you don't, you're limiting yourself to nothing. Everybody knows the Worst Radio Show. Now, but I didn't even know they existed, and they've done multiple casts and episodes, and they're doing a lot of cool stuff. I didn't even know they existed because they were just on Twitch. You know, the more social media you get into, the better off you're gonna be, especially with just trying to deal. What's up with Don Matrick, man?
Oh yeah. Well, no, wait. You're skipping ahead, bro. We want to say again, we're excited to have Kevin, Robbie, Andy, and the rest of the gang with us. Something they have Ashley in there from BuzzFeed, and they get a lot of musical guests. They've been also featuring a lot of Twitch streamers. It's a perfect fit because they get social media. They get the importance of collaboration. They realize that Twitch is just part of your brand, not the brand itself. And that's good. So it's good. We're really excited about all the stuff we're working on together. They were also a big sponsor for the Mega Awesome giveaway, you know, along with a bunch of other folks. That some of those folks are in the chat. But also, grats to Robbie Handro. He's got his first addition to his family. First baby was just born. Got a little bit of time off from work so he can enjoy the new addition to the family.
Woo woo! Congrats, Robbie.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, good times. So I see his gray hairs coming in soon.
A lot sooner than you think.
You get to enjoy it for like a year, then it's like, oh man, I see where this is going. I'm kidding. It's great.
I'm not.
Until they become teens.
No, they're wonderful as teens too.
Teens? No, I am not looking forward to my son becoming a teen. I'm sorry, but I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Yeah, okay. My daughter was really easy, but now my son has entered, you know, teen years, girlfriends, and yeah, now it's scary.
Girlfriends is such a hassle.
I have, dude, I've had friends with boys and girls. I've only had a boy, I don't know. I've had friends with boys and girls. I had a guy, one of my best friends in high school had 3 girls. Okay, his first was a girl. He goes, let's try again. You know, they want to try for a boy and girl. And then they had twins, girls. So he's got 3 girls. He goes, dude, raising these girls have been easy as shit because basically they say, can I go out with him? Nope. You know, whatever. Can I, you know, do whatever? And now they're growing up to that teen years. And he's having no problem with any of them. Now, the other one that has boys, a boy and a girl, he goes, my girl was easy as hell. My boy is a little dickhead.
Yep. I can say the same thing. And
Yogi's got a
everybody I talk to-
21-year-old girl. I mean, really.
Yeah. The girls, they're so much better. They understand what it means to be disciplined and have work habits and balance in your life, and they're actually not the drama queens that the boys are. And now boys these days, they wear freaking skinny jeans and get all emo about stuff, and everything, like, they have a sense of entitlement. It's like, it's not like you have it so hard. I know you get to play Xbox and PlayStation all day long.
They wear skinny jeans and then sag down to their knees just because they don't fit.
I hate the sag.
I don't understand that at all.
I mean,
don't get me started.
Really, if you
I
honestly
will
and
cancel.
truly knew and thought about it, where the sag came from.
The jail stuff. We're going to the jail story
Yep.
again.
No, we're not getting into it. That's why I stopped. I'm not. You guys are. Go ahead.
I know. I'm getting a sense of deja vu here.
Yes, you are, because we're talking about the same damn thing we did last week.
I just want to jump in here before someone yells, "Hey, you damn kids, get off my lawn!"
Are you fucking mocking me, you little bastard?
Some things do make us into these salty curmudgeons, if you will. But
Right.
and I said curmudgeon, not to be confused with curmudgeon, because I know we've had a theme tonight.
You said come.
Yeah.
No, it was just funny when she said it, because it's like the first 10 words out of her mouth was cock. I mean.
Yeah. I was gonna make a joke, but we're gonna move on. So yeah, now Dom Matrick. I just want to mention he still has a punchable face. If you weren't aware of this. So moving on.
Mark, are you gonna say anything?
Our pals at High Res Studios, who are based. Oh my gosh, Obi.
Yeah.
Obi's already moving forward. Wait for the geeks engaged, and then you can move him over.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. So you guys are listening on Uncut. You get to listen to the wonderful sounds of John St. John going, "Buddy was moved to your channel. Buddy was removed from your channel. Oh yeah, get it."
Well, now.
Sorry.
Obi needs to keep himself busy. So anyway, our pals at High Res Studios, who, by the way, are based in Georgia, so yeah, a little Georgia pride there. They released a Smite season ticket for the 2015 season. I didn't get that many details about it. It was kind of cryptic, the email they sent, and all the details that were online. But it seemed like you could earn rewards for picking your teams, and as they win matches, then you get goodies. And you also get, just for buying the season ticket, you get exclusive skins and portraits with your season ticket. So it's pretty legit. And I'm getting lots of messages here on TeamSpeak. The people doing a show right now. Some people, I swear, they're like in their own little bubble. Like, what are you guys doing? Oh, don't mind the thing that says streaming.
Or it says HorsePLAY live.
Like, what does that mean? Are you guys playing with horses? Is this a My Little Pony fun time? Can I get in on it?
Yeah, hope you got a big dick.
Stay away from my Little Ponies.
I'm more of a Care Bears kind of guy.
Do I hear the sound of a brony?
You're more of a Care Bear guy.
I am. I like the Care Bears better. They kill things with kindness. That's a beautiful thing. Care Bears stands.
Dude, gummy bears. Gummy bears beat Care Bears all day long.
Oh no! Don't say that. I mean, gummy bears are awesome.
You Care
but-
Bears stare, they bounce around and jump on your head like Mario. Plus, they're also a delicious, delectable treat thereafter.
Yay, gummy bears!
Poor gummy bears. They have such a tragic ending. Much like the brown cicada, who spends 3 years of its life underground and 1 year above ground, only to mate and then die.
Mm.
And he can't eat the entire time.
Ooh, that's really sad. Cicadas are cool. I like them. I like the sound they make. It's very relaxing to me.
Nah, they spend their entire life above ground on doing what most of us are trying to do.
This is true. They are very focused.
The focus
Focused
is
on
real.
getting that
All
done.
right, I'm up. I'm awake. All right, got 10 minutes. Get late. Let's do it. Bam. All right, I'm good. Later, guys.
For more documentaries is by Obi, please www.wemakethiscrapupallthetime.com.
Thank you. Wow, dude. Yeah. What else we got, Yog?
Well, the other thing we got, oh yeah, also with the season ticket, you get exclusive skins and portraits. I don't know what else, and I don't even know how much it is. So check it out. Just go to Smite or highriskstudios.com, and you could get details on it. But I've been playing the Smite on the Xbox One, and I like it, so I'm gonna check this out, find out more. It's bringing me back into Smite again, but HOTS is still Bay. What else we got? Oh yeah, on PS4, one of our favorite games is being released. Air Mech.
Yay.
Yeah. And Chip Sella over on the B team was saying that this is a SOBA, a single player online battle arena. That is inaccurate because it's a multiplayer online battle arena because it's actually multiplayers. Now, this is based on a game that I guess you could have called an MBA, not a MOBA, because they didn't have the online part. And this is like, oh my gosh, circa 1989, 1990 maybe. Here's like his why. Arguably the grandfather of today's MOBA. Such a good game. If you ever get a chance to play it. Apparently, I just found out it's really rare. And it's actually worth a lot of money. And I have the original cartridge. So I'm like, oh, really? Sega Genesis hype. And the last bit of news, Nintendo's getting an area at Universal Studios, and now you can ride real-life Mario Karts. Yep.
Oh, good God.
Jesus.
So, yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Okay.
But don't film yourself riding those carts because they'll, if you videotape it and put it on YouTube, you get a strike.
Yeah, that's copyright
They'll
right there, guys.
copyright it.
That's copyright there. But guys,
Don't take a selfie while you're in the car. Like, they'll confiscate your phone.
And whatever you do, don't throw a real turtle at someone while interacting in the Mario Kart ride. Though it may seem fun.
Yeah.
and you're not allowed to eat bananas, so you can't have banana peels.
I can just picture Shigeru Miyamoto coming up and say, "Oh, are you having fun?" Like, yes, I am. And he's like, "Oh, how can we ruin it for you?"
Yeah, you can see that. But guys, it's time. It's time. It's time for Geeks Engaged. Guys, this is about you, our fellow geeks. Join the conversation live right here on TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak info is going to be in chat right about now. Please use headphones, guys. We want to hear your lovely voices, not, ourselves. So, if you guys have any questions, you guys can ask us on Ask FM. Do we have any questions on Ask FM, Yogi? Or emails?
I didn't check. So
Did not check. So we're moving on.
Slacker.
Yeah,
I
Stitcher,
know.
iTunes reviews, YouTube comments.
Now we'll
All
move
right.
on. We got a
We-
lot of stuff to cover tonight.
You
I
guys
would
can't.
like everybody to go to Ask FM and just put why you no read comments.
Yes, everybody go right now. If you guys can't join us live, please keep the conversation going. Send us some tweets, guys. You can tweet us at Obi1X2, at YogiZilla, at Geeky Antics, of course, at Janelle No5, at Fatal Blades, at everybody here. We'll go over that here in a second, but you guys can chat us to anybody. We'll get the comments and we'll read them live on this show if we're talking about something. But as always, the best way to experience all our crazy shenanigans that we pull off every week is to be here live. So you guys can join the gang, our official gang website at geekyantics.net. Can you come? You guys can communicate with us, to comment, share, and join us on the forums. What the fuck am I thinking? We want to hear what awesome geeks think. It's really fun. Yogi, what's our latest content? Or any latest news? Jesus Christ.
We had a follow-up to our Heroes of the Storm newbie slash scrub guide slash stress-free competitive guide, a primer for heroes of the storm, and also a guide that will help people that think that they know everything but really don't. Yeah, there's a lot of nuances that people are not aware of in that game, so that covers that. But we did a follow up to that, covering a little
We're talking to you
preview.
ex-LOL players.
Yeah, exactly. But it covers the upcoming release. Well, the open beta that's coming up May 19th, and then the full release June 2nd. Our little wish list and kind of preview there, and some extra tips. And then we have a poem by Lord Rakdos. And we also have other stuff I'm missing. But we had our Cinco de Mayo stream party details, but that's kind of behind. But it's still cool. It's still some cool details there. And we got some stuff coming up for a Doctor Who radio drama. We did an interview with some producers and actors, voice actors from the show, the production. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of stuff coming. Like, so we have a thing, an article. It's gonna be a bit of a diatribe about how social media has become antisocial, and how toxicity is rooted in a culture of fear and ignorance, which is the same reason why social media is antisocial. And I'm gonna share some personal stories, including someone that was angry at me for promoting their channel because they felt it was creepy. I'm like, I just put you over hundreds of thousands of people for free. I charge clients for this, and I got like 20 DMs on Twitter explaining how I need to understand social media better, even though I'm a certified social media strategist by the National Institute of Social Media. Apparently, I don't know anything. I have credentials up the ass, but I don't know social media.
So basically, what you're saying is, you do what you do by being, and I'm going to say this, by being the owner of Geeky Antics and promoting random people just because you can. It's free. They don't need to do anything except the promotion. So they don't want the extra 1,000 followers that you may have gave them. They were mad at that?
Yeah, and the thing is, when you follow someone on Twitter and they don't follow back, they can message you and you can't message them back. So they sent me like a bunch of like messages that were complete BM, and then I couldn't respond back and like kind of diffuse the situation and say, well, I'm sorry if you had a bad day or if you had a bad experience, but this is what I do. I promote people that I think have potential, that and I try to support them wholeheartedly with no strings attached. There are people that pay for my services, but that's on a whole different level, But if I tweet you out and say, hey, check out this streamer, they seem really cool, they're very engaging, This is the thing about social media, like, people have social profiles, but then they feel weirded out when you like promote them. Like, it's weird. It's like opening up an ice cream shop and then being mad when someone comes and asks for an ice cream cone. Like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why are you on social media and you want to be antisocial? Like, you can't. It's an all or nothing proposition. You can't have it both ways. The only exception is if, like, you have a Facebook and it's strictly for friends and family, and you have things you only want your friends and your family to see and not the public. Then you set the privacy settings. But you're on a Twitch channel. You're a podcaster. You're an author. Someone shares your content and puts you in front of a new audience, regardless how big the audience is. It's an audience you did not have access to before, and sometimes the smaller audiences are more engaged and receptive to that content that's being curated. So anyway, I'm going off on a rant, but that's gonna be pretty much where I'm gonna go down with it. It's just Twitch culture is very strange. Like, a lot of people, I would say most people on Twitch do not get social media at all. They do not get business at all, and a lot of the successful channels are there mainly through flukes and grinding like crazy. But they have like these very strange attitudes, like very self-destructive. It's crazy. It's kind of like Nintendo,
Well,
how dare you give me free advertisement?
And
we want to pay you money for this. Don't give it to us for free. Like, what?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, and I hope somebody that we're affiliated with, and I'm just like, me, BFT, Morgana, whoever's streaming, gets big through our social media and through, and I say our social media, through, just the, us helping with from Geeky Antics. And I want one of us to get big and then let those little people that are like just trying to grow. Why aren't you? That's the one thing that they don't do on their stream. Everything is, oh my God, if you promote yourself on my stream because I have 10,000 followers, you're gonna take my followers. Not really, because for one, people can follow multiple channels. I follow multiple channels. Damn near everybody in the gang. I follow you guys. Don't mean I always show up. I mean, I'm always doing my own thing, but it's... I don't know how to explain it without going off on something. Anybody else?
Apparently, I'm getting quoted here. There's a bunch of quotes being captured. We need to make that. I need to make that a function in the bot. We'll just save quotes like you do on IRC. And the last quote they captured was, "People pay for my services."
I had to quote that one because Jordan heard that. She was just walking in the kitchen. She was taking the earbud out of her ear, and she heard that, and she just busted up laughing walking into the kitchen.
Is that why she started laughing earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. She started... Yeah, people do pay for his services, and then they want their money back.
The
Oh, ouch.
Tiger Claw's Tiger Claw's trying to make a counterpoint to it. He says maybe they don't want too much attention. So tell me you're comfortable with a small group and don't want any unwanted attention.
Yeah, but then why are you on a Twitch channel then?
Oh, but hold on, I got a good retort.
I mean...
Sometimes people go on Twitch just to stream to their friends. They don't care about the rest of the people out there. All right, this is where I call bunk. If you have a Pinterest, a Tumblr, a Twitter, a Twitch, all the same name, that tells me one thing, that you want to be found. Because people that don't want to be found, they don't have any consistency across their accounts. Because they don't want it to be easy to be tracked. They don't want people to say, oh, they can figure out my Skype because they know my Twitter and blah, blah, blah. So that's what people that want that privacy, that's what they do. They go to extremes to have Smurf accounts and alternate names, and they use pseudonyms and all that stuff. And nothing wrong with that. That's the way you want to live. But for the rest of us that like to be transparent and authentic, we just put it out there. It's like, hey, here you go, balls to the wall. And if not balls, vagina.
Well, that's all you had to say, really, Yogi, is those people that don't want to be found, okay, then why is your Twitter the same as your Instagram, as your Twitch, as your Facebook, as your everything else? Why is that?
Hashtag branding.
Yes, why is everything branded then if you don't want to be found or you don't want... I mean, we're trying to... Anyway...
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
But anyway, that's what's gonna come, and I hope that if you're passionate about social media being used the right way, if you hate toxicity, if you're tired of people that just make drama out of every little thing, like they take something kind and generous and twist it into something devious and you just adulterate it, Like times are weird now. Like I think human beings have forgotten how to connect and show gratitude. These are things that a lot of us old fuddy-duddies were taught to do. But now these younger generations are coming to the forefront, and it's like these skills have been lost. People don't know how to say thank you. Instead, they always assume the worst. Like, hey, someone donates. You donate money to someone. And they say, "Oh, what do you want in return?" It's like, "Nah, I just thought you needed it, You sent someone flowers, like you trying to get on my pants. Like, no, I was thinking about you. I don't know. You can't do nice things anymore for people. It's weird.
It's how today's society is, though. It's how it's changed with everybody being more on guard with, things happening at colleges to women, and then things happening. Everybody thinks that everybody's just trying to be a perv. Some of us are just nice guys. Sorry to say it like that and ruin your expectation of men, but some of us just are thinking of you, want to send you some flowers. I mean, now I wouldn't send flowers to any other woman myself because, if I'm going to send flowers, which I rarely do, I'm going to send them to my wife. But
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
it's
That's
you
a
know,
very abstract example. That's probably not a good example
but
either.
no, well, no, still, I still do the same. Like I'll send somebody flowers if they're in the hospital or just whatever. Like I'll do that, male or female.
Or
It doesn't
greeting
matter.
card. A greeting card.
Um,
Like, who sends mail to mail that isn't like business or billing related anymore, right? It's all junk and
somebody
bills.
getting a postcard or something like that in the mail, just saying, "Hey, I'm just thinking about you." Hey, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. That's
Yeah.
nice sometimes to get.
Yeah, imagine if people just randomly said, today I'm going to just dedicate the day to like writing to like 10, 15 people,
I don't know
sending them
about all that
postcards.
shit, but
You know, why does it have to be during Christmas or certain holidays?
I don't even do
you
it
know?
on Christmas time.
Random
Fuck am I
acts.
gonna do it during the year?
Okay, well you're a Grinch, so we know that already. You're,
Humbug.
you're Oscar the Grouch.
Some
Actually, you're Oscar the
motherfucking bug.
Grouch. You live in a can. You have a lot of cool shit in your can.
Yeah, so what?
All right, Obi. Let people know how they could contact us and stuff. We could keep moving along.
Contact us. What do you mean?
You,
I'm
you,
just playing.
you
I'm
know
just
what a troll
I
face.
just, guys, if
You
you
mean
guys
a
wanna,
letter?
you guys wanna catch up with us, you guys can send us an email, a voicemail. The voicemail number is 206-415-4987. Again, 1-206-415-4987. If you guys are worldwide, you guys are over in Europe, I'm really sorry, but that is a U.S. number. So if you don't want the charges and all that stuff, you can send us an email, mail@geekyantics.net. And of course, for any of those, we'll respond to the prospective shows that we're going to. But moving right along, now we do have quite a few people in here. I don't have it updated on the stream just because I'm having fun tonight and this is awesome. But with BFT, Fatal Blades, myself, Yogi Zilly, Lord Rakdos, Morgana, and now Pizza Boy in the chat. We're gonna
Who has no mic, by the way?
It's okay. We're gonna do something that everybody loves.
No, we're skipping that. If that's what you think we're talking about.
This one right here.
Oh, that one. Yes, that one we're doing.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, making sure. We got a lot of stuff to discuss.
Quickie.
I wasn't. My body was not ready.
I know your mouth
wasn't
wasn't
ready
ready
for that.
either. State of Gaming 2015 revisited. We visited this a couple weeks ago. Let's talk about the state of gaming across platforms. This is actually a conversation or a topic that I was thinking about having on Sunday Dose too. But
Yeah, but it's gonna be very quickly touching upon it.
Go ahead, Yo.
You're probably not even gonna get through all these topics and look at it. This is probably more of a feature discussion, but
Do it.
so one of the biggest things, we've often gotten into the discussion, and it's always gonna be something we go back to: the console wars, PC versus console, blah blah blah, and and this, and and gamers tend to like get into this, penis comparison contest. Where it's like my tech's better than yours, and you get bleeding edge technology just for the sake of having bleeding edge, and maybe getting like 2 to 5 frames per second more, a few extra P's in your resolution or whatever, and it's silly. It doesn't really enhance the experience. It just makes us feel better about ourselves, or we can show off more.
No.
But what it ultimately comes down to is content, and without content, that tech doesn't matter. Another thing I think is important, unless you're an antisocial gamer, which there are a lot of people out there. I know a lot of people that love PlayStation because they don't like multiplayer. They play strictly single-player games. They feel like every game has to have a narrative. I disagree. I love a good story, but I don't feel like that always has to be in the game. I'd rather have fun gameplay and even better multiplayer because, to me, with the limited gaming time I have, I want to be able to play with my friends and also have an enjoyable experience at the same time, Why should it have to be separate? Because it's weird. Like, let's say I get on Xbox One and I'm playing a game that's really cool, like Dark Souls 2, but that has online. But let's say if it didn't, and I'm getting really into it, and then my friends are inviting me to games to play with them, and I'm like, sorry, I'm playing a single player game, And it makes me feel kind of bad. I don't know. I'm weird though. But there's been a real drought for content. I know they were talking about this over in the B team, and a lot of folks in different gaming podcasts have been noticing the same thing over on All Games, right here on Geeky Antics Network, and just everywhere. I've noticed that it's something that people have really picked up on. But this holiday season, I think, might be a game changer. Pun intended. Actually, I didn't mean to do that, but it's worked out. But I'm putting the link to some of the release dates coming up. But it's some big things, some heavy hitters coming up that individually may not be system sellers, but collectively are starting to push that needle further. So you got Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is an Xbox One exclusive. Guitar Hero Live. So apparently rhythm games are still in. It's actually pretty cool hearing that Guitar Hero is going to go back to its roots. It's going to be strictly guitars, no more drums or any of that stuff. But then Rock Band's coming back too. I didn't see a release date for that. Halo 5.
Rock Band's coming out with actually like a remake. Like it's actually gonna, they're actually coming out with the, the lead guitar. They're coming out with the bass. They're coming out with new drum sets. They're coming out with new everything. So like they're redoing the whole thing.
Yeah, I love Rock Band. I'm more of a Rock Band guy. Guitar Hero has better song selection in many regards. But I think Rock Band overall is a much more immersive experience and a better party game, hands down. My family, that's one of the few games my family enjoys together. But I tell you, we've beat up so many drums. I regret not getting more drums because at one point they dropped them down from like $100 to like $20 a pop. Should have just gotten a few of them at that point because we beat those freaking drums up hard.
Oh yeah, because you're trying to get into it, and then once you start feeling the beat and everything, if you're on the drums, man, you can go to town and be perfect.
Yep. Oh man, good times.
I've broken sticks on those things.
Yeah, you gotta have preferably the ones with like the little rubber tips. That helps out. It helps a little bit.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. We're gonna keep that going, aren't we?
Wow.
But
yeah.
So Halo 5 Guardians, that's a big deal. Regardless how you feel about the franchise, it's something that's not another Call of Duty. It's unique enough. But then now it's like with Destiny out, it's like how unique is Halo 5 going to be? I think 343 is going to surprise us. So we'll see. Rainbow Six Siege, I know Fatal is excited about that because he was on the beta. Street Fighter 5, unfortunately, exclusive to the wrong console, PS4. Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Oh, you poor sap.
Actually, I'm not mad about that one because the way Capcom handled Street Fighter 4's release really left me sour. But anyway.
I mean, let's be fair. It's Street Fighter 5. Then they're going to go Street Fighter 5 Alpha, then Super Street Fighter 5, then Super Street Fighter 5 Ultra, then Super Street Fighter 5 Ultra Turbo.
Yep.
Super Street Fighter 5 Ultra Turbo Double Deluxe Evil Ryu Somewhat Charlie Flash Kick Edition,
and then I have DLC on top of that.
Somewhat Charlie Flash Kick.
And then a month will be over.
And then the DLC will be available day one, and the DLC you'll pay it for it, and you'll be like, oh man, more content that I don't already have, and then it just unlock what's already on your disc. I love that. You buy DLC on a console. And it's like, ooh, let's see how big this download's gonna be. 4K, 4 kilobytes.
Project Cars. Yes, I'm getting it.
Why is it 4 kilobytes? That's like a text file, like written in a notepad.
Right. And I'm still gonna buy every single one.
It's evil. It pisses me off. Cause that tells you that they already had it available for release. DLC should be for stuff that's put into production after the print run is done. After those discs are published, it's value added, not value detracted. Anyway, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Star Wars Battlefront, Just Cause 3, which is gonna be multi-platform, very interesting. Battleborn.
Oh, Just Cause 3.
Available pretty much everywhere you can get games now. Maybe even Max. Probably not Max. Sorry. Get a real computer. I'm sorry. Scalebound. That was the bearded hat. I love you, bearded hat. Oh, we got about a little less than an hour left.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the link.
Bearded hat's sitting back going, how's that Xbox One working for you? Get a real console.
This Xbox.
And for everybody, if you guys are looking on the stream right now, for those that are watching, my birthday is June 21st. And if anybody would like to get it, Batman Arkham Knight comes out 23rd. Just saying. For PC. It's gotta
Just
be
saying.
for PC, guys. PC Master Race always, but you know, of course, future PS4. Because X boned, you get boned.
Well, there's a lot more games coming out. Some that are coming up even before the holiday season. I saw that for 3DS they have an Attack on Titan game that's lined up, and I'm kind of curious
It's
about
coming
that.
to America. Finally.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm also really interested in Night Trap. It's finally getting released as a Redux, a remastered. They call it Night Trap Revamped. This is a Sega CD game, if I recall correctly. It's gonna be on PC, yes, Mac included, PS3 and Xbox 360. Kind of cool.
That'll be cool for the Mac users because they don't ever get to play games.
I know, but like I only rag on them because it breaks my heart. Like they pay more money for their computer, and with the intention of game, that does less. Yeah, like, and they have the intention beforehand to game, but then they get salty about like not being able to game. Like, why'd you get a Mac then? Like,
well,
it doesn't make sense.
I am ultimately gonna get a Mac for like all my editing stuff when I actually open everything up, to where I have multiple lines and multiple computers to do things. Just because of the quality that you can do from a Mac is just, I don't know. My preference anyway. No comment.
No comment. Okay.
Shut up.
If
Yeah,
you have
Mac
money to
too,
burn,
fool.
yeah, Apple's demographic. I have way too much money to spend. I'm gonna blow it here.
Man, Yogi's so salty right now, guys.
It's true though. Like,
But you got a Mac.
No, I don't.
You don't have a Mac.
The closest thing I have to a Mac is the iPad, and I won that as part of a contest. It was a marketing contest, and I won. I was one of the top 3 people in it. I'm pretty proud of that. Not proud of the prize, but you know, I can play about free. I mean, if I want a PS4, I'd play with it. You know, I might have to wash my hands. I might have to wash my hands afterwards. And
well, here's a question for you, Yogi. Since we talk about this so much, exclusives. Oh fuck, I can't even say it. Exclusivity. Somebody say that word for me.
Exclusivity.
Yes, exclusives. All right. Is it smart? Is to be exclusive smart on any creator from any creator like any games that's exclusive to an Xbox One or PS4? Is it smart to do that? What do you guys think, Yog?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I get from a business perspective, exclusive games help you sell systems. But I think that the time for exclusivity is well behind us because people are loyal to brands that will defend them to the end until they do something really stupid, like remove functionality or backtrack on things that they were doing right and then suddenly go backwards, you know? And the exclusives we see now, to be honest, most of them, I would say maybe 99% of them are going to be timed exclusive and eventually going to be every console, and that's the way it should be. So it's more now about early access because ultimately people are going to choose the brand that they love, the place where they can play it with their friends, if they are social, if they don't care about online multiplayer, which clearly PlayStation people don't care about. You know.
What are you talking about? We got online multiplayer coming out our ass.
Yeah, it goes
Destiny.
out that fast.
For real? Oh.
Listen,
PC Master Race anyway.
The infrastructure is still lacking. For all those years that it was free, and it was like beep boop boop 1400 baud rate modem. Now they finally I'm not gonna get started. But
here's the one thing I look at. I think exclusivity is very much a PlayStation thing right now because they are all about we need exclusives to basically stop Microsoft. The problem being Microsoft is looking to expand cross-platform, Xbox One and PC on Windows 10.
Yeah.
So if PlayStation doesn't get those exclusives, they're in major trouble.
They're screwed.
Because people who play on PC Master Race, who used to be Xbox players, myself included, will be able to look up their old friends and have that play with their buddies.
And that is something that I won't necessarily get an Xbox just because of what it is. I don't why I pay that much, but I'm gonna do that for a PS4. But anyway, if that's possible, then I'll actually be able to go back and look up old friends and be able to play with them again. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
BFT.
The cross-platform's huge.
Yeah, well, Killer Instinct is exclusive right now to Xbox, so you can't really knock them for against the exclusive thing since they're doing the same thing with that. And plus, cross-platform between PC, they denied Final Fantasy XIV having cross-platform, which was a huge seller for the PS3 and PS4 players. When that game is cross-platform between PlayStation and PC.
Yeah, but there's a lot of issues with that game anyways. Like with both of them. I mean, honestly, I love the Final Fantasy franchise, but their MMOs have had issues.
You got to think about what's going on too. Could this have anything to do with what's going on in the world economically? Like and I'm not racist or anything like that, but what the Asian countries are attempting to do, where PlayStation is originated from. I mean, is it a country thing? I mean, a lot of people that have Xbox are loyal to it because it's here in the United States, right? I'm not knocking. I love PlayStation with all my heart. I'll be able to be married to PlayStation, the one Missy doesn't know about. But just kidding. But I mean, is that why like Microsoft is making this jump to where, hey, we can play with PC now just because this is US, we can do whatever we want.
Can I say something that I actually know? The real reason right now that PlayStation is getting so many exclusives is the same reason Xbox was getting so many exclusives last generation. It's easy to program for.
I mean, I'll grant, yeah, it's easier to program for, but at the same time, where Sony pretty much throws their money at exclusives right now, Microsoft is focusing extraordinarily hard on their cross-platform. Like they've made it blatant.
They can't compete for exclusives.
But that's going to be an ultimate goal altogether, though.
I think with Microsoft money backing them, they could easily compete. Granted, it's a little more difficult from the programmer perspective, but when they can still boast better servers for online play and whatnot. But I think they're honestly focused on cross-platform because it's been said before.
That's the future.
People love playing with their friends.
That's the future.
And if I can play with my old Xbox friends on my PC, have the advantage of, hey, I'm playing on my PC rig, but I can still hit up like my old groups, my old Call of Duty buddies. I'll do that. I mean, I dropped a fair amount of money into my computer. I don't want to get an Xbox One. But if I can play cross-platform, awesome.
Yes, and I want to say something to that. Yes, PlayStation is dropping a lot of money on getting exclusives. But think about it this way. What is Xbox doing? They're trying to actually grow in the PC community. They're trying to grow and say, okay, you can have those exclusives, PlayStation, that's fine. You might sell a lot of them, but guess what? If it's exclusive to PlayStation, PC can't buy it either. So guess what? PC doesn't give a damn whether the PlayStation's got exclusives or not. It doesn't matter. Microsoft is going for the end game. They're going for the overall picture. We want to be able to play with thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of more people. So then our system gets just as you got PC Master Race, Xbox, and PlayStation 4. We're going to move up to that PC Master Race because we're playing with those people that will forever play PC. I don't care if people are better than me in shooting games and FPSs or first-person shooter, FPSs. If I have a mouse and a keyboard, they have a joystick. That just means I got to get better. That's how COD worked. That's how Call of Duty 1 worked. I did play that one, and that was awesome. There were PC users that had keyboard and mouse and then had a joystick. You know, some people had their game controller. It was awesome because you saw what people could do with a game controller. Like, they were really, really good. It's just that thing. They're looking to end game. Somebody else talk.
I mean, my point is that with exclusivity, it's less about what games are exclusive to the platform, and I think people pretty much have a bias in their mind and all, and it gives me a slight little push. Like, you know, some people love the PlayStation controller. I find it a strange sort of torture to use.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, cool, and that's why rainbows exist. There's a color for everybody. Why not? And some people prefer more single player games. Some people prefer multiplayer. So it's kind of like what kind of experience you prefer, where you end up anyway. Um, but the one thing, and we got to wrap up this segment because we got a lot more to talk about in our next segment. But the thing that I find interesting is that people crucified Microsoft for the Xbox One pushing so hard to be an all-in-one entertainment system. And people and the Sony fanboys were like, "Oh, it's not a true gaming system." Sony says that their system, the PS4, is going to be all about the video games. And now Sony's backpedaling and doing the same things Microsoft did, but now that the heat's off of them, and they're the ones that they got the third-party support, and they're kind of leading the way. You know, they're where the 360 was before, last generation. Now they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna add some TV viewing options, and there's gonna be DVR functionality and all this stuff. But we're still gonna be a gaming system. But you know, we got all-in-one entertainment. I mean, we call it different. We don't call it all-in-one entertainment. We call it multimedia experience. Oh, okay. And then now they're like, oh yeah, you know, also Netflix and Hulu, things like that. You have to be a paying subscriber to PlayStation Network in order to do that. So, what? No, what are you saying? We're putting behind a paywall? No. We're it's a value added to the membership you already want and need. Like, oh, Sony, you're doing what Microsoft did before that all the fanboys said was evil, and they said, oh, that's what Microsoft says, but that's what you're doing now. But it's okay when you do it, right? Okay. So, like I said, that's why it comes down to brand loyalty.
It's to the point where since Microsoft has actually done this and making that push to be more PC compatible, I hate to say this, and I'm sorry, Lord, I really am, but I mean it's looking like maybe I do want to be on Xbox. I mean, and like I said, guys, before, yes, PC or PS4 was the go-to, and I've trashed Xbox, yes. But you got to go where your friends are. I mean, now I have friends, most of the friends that I have, they're still on Xbox too, but they went over to PS4, but still, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see. Just as it develops, we'll let you guys know more. Wait, as it develops, whatever.
I like the way my Xbox looks up on the little entertainment center. I'm looking at it right now. And it's calling me.
Yogi, let's move on because we do have an awesome feature for you guys that I think everybody will really enjoy. So a message from our sponsors real quick. Mr. Zola.
I heard that, BFT.
Put in the Connect and remove my disc tray. You don't need physical copies. I want to watch you in your everyday life.
Oh man, I'd put on such a good show for it too. But see, one thing I will say before we get into our message from our sponsor,
I can see you.
Is a lot of people talk about how it's always on. You can actually disable that. You can make it like there's a thing in there where the Xbox never truly turns off, and it just stays on standby. So it's ready immediately when you talk to it or push a button. It's kind of creepy. I disable that. I don't want my electric bill to go off through the roof either. This thing's like a freaking got jet engines in it and shit. It's gonna
I'm gonna tell you.
I don't know.
There are people that can disable that. Yeah, they can turn it back on.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a setting you have to put in there because a lot of people don't know that it's buried in there, but you could disable that feature. It's a power saving mode. It just takes longer to boot up. Whoop de doo.
Now a message
And I
from
and
our
I can't talk
sponsors.
and I can't talk to it. Okay, a message from our sponsors. Ding. So, sponsorships and donations. That's how we keep things going. And when we share offers with you guys, and sponsors, this is a way to share value with you, and also a way for us to keep things going. Because it costs money to do these things. But all the sponsors can be found at geekyantics.net/sponsors. And again, if you support these things, we could have more podcasts. We could, maybe give some of our core contributors, the people that are consistently, contributing to the network, little freebies of swag, a little bonus check. I don't know. He's like, hey, here, take a trip to Tahiti. I don't know, something. We could do a little press like that. We could give back to the community and do giveaways and whatnot. That'd be fun. But I keep talking about shiny prints, and I'm really excited about them. Hey, not to take away from Rafflecopter, because they've been good to us, but we're not running a giveaway right now, so it's probably not relevant. But Rafflecopter, I do feel, is the only way you should be running giveaways. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But shiny prints,
Dum, dum, dum.
shinyprints.com. Everybody knows an artist or a photographer. I'm pretty sure you know someone that does wedding photography. That's a huge segment. And if you know someone that does that stuff, or better yet, if you know someone that does fan art or geeky art, like maybe something anime or video game inspired, commissioned artwork, like a deviant artist, you're personal friends with them, let them know about shinyprints.com, because it's a way that they can get prints done that would be a better value to their customers, because they won't have to worry about frames, and they, as the reseller, can make a bigger profit. So they pass savings on to the consumer for a better product where they don't have to worry about a frame. Everybody wins. It's a no-brainer. Now, my challenge to you guys, what's that?
Nothing.
My challenge to you guys, I know we have a lot of geeky people in the chat that are into different fandoms.
Nerds.
You might be into anime, you might be into Doctor Who, you might be into Marvel Cinematic Universe, video games. I know a lot of us do the gaming thing. Whatever you're into, imagine if you could take any image and make it into any size print on a metallic surface that's glossy, or you can give it a matte finish if you don't like the high shine. It will last you basically forever. I mean, it's probably going to live beyond your years, to be honest. You probably pass it on from generation to generation. You don't need a mount, because the mount comes with it. You don't need a frame, and it looks sexy as heck. Imagine if you're a Twitch streamer, wouldn't this be a nice thing for you to have in the background? So my challenge to you is, think of some. You know what? Tweet us some images that you'd like to see as a shiny print. Maybe, just maybe, we might pick someone at random to get a free print. No promises. But I want to see what kind of ideas people have.
And one person sticks out, and I know she watches the show every now and then, but one person sticks out to be in this contest. And I want to make sure I say it on stream, on podcast. Made Me Shy White Wolf. You got to put a picture in that, hon. You got to. She's a great artist, and she knows what she's doing. So put a picture in that.
Maiden.
Put one in there. We're all asking you now. So.
Lily Bear too. She does art. We know a lot of people. A lot of people in the community do all kinds of different art. So, share your art. Tweet it out at Geeky Antics, at Obi1x2, at Yogizilla, and at Janelle_No5. Even though she's not here right now, she had a rough day. So, but we miss her. We think about you.
His whole day.
Guys, now and since we're running. I don't know if we're running behind. Yeah, we're running behind. So we're going to just keep going. We're going to get to our feature. Now, our feature today, you guys are going to have fun with this, is going to be a video game brawl. Okay, MOBA edition. Okay. Let me know.
Yeah, can we not? Yeah, I put that in there because we're not. We're not going to know we're going to get through all these topics.
This is something we'll continue next week as well, but we're going to start this right now.
Yes. So, Video game brawl is something we're gonna have on the Geeky Answers Network. We're gonna have a series of articles where we take games that are comparable and that are favorites within the genre, and then compare them as objectively as possible. But it's still gonna be it's still gonna be an op-ed. It's gonna be opinion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, as we happen, you know, HorsePLAY Live, we started with the MOBA love, especially with League of Legends and Dota 2. Unfortunately, League of Legends, but you know, it's still a good game. But
Well, we're gonna have enough people that still play League of Legends.
Yeah. I'm teasing. But we're gonna do a little MOBA arts fist fight and see which one comes up on top. So we're comparing League of Legends, LOL, Smite, HOTS, Heroes of Storm, and Dota 2. And Dota, by the way, is Defense of the Ancients. So LOL versus Smite versus HOTS versus Dota 2. Now, again, since we're not going to be able to get through all these topics, I'm going to go through the categories and we'll see which one we go through first and we can discuss. We're going to judge it based on graphics, which graphics include style, UI, the quality of the models, effects, etc. Then community / toxicity. Then support and maintenance, which kind of also goes in line with content and customization. Then we're going to talk about core mechanics. All right. What's the thing that distinguishes it and makes it unique, or is central to the gaming experience?
Okay.
Accessibility and onboarding. This is a tricky one because a lot of people confuse accessibility with casual. It's really accessible. Oh, it's a casual game. No, it's a very different thing. And onboarding is the process through which a new player is walked through. Not just tutorials, but what is done to groom them into that ecosystem, immerse them in that mythos, and really put them as part of that experience. And another big part of that too is, can you know, once you check it out, can you recommend it wholeheartedly?
Mm-hmm.
Which ties into other things. Another one, competitiveness and balancing, which go hand in hand. You know, is it a close game? Is it more skill based, or does it lean more towards luck or RNG? And is it well balanced? That's important too. Then depth / complexity, kind of mean the same thing. Control / responsiveness. Pacing / match time. Then a special category here is individual versus team. Like, is it a very individual or individualistic kind of thing, or is it team focused, team first? We're almost done. Fun factor and replay value, virtual economy, pricing and value, and then finally overall scores on a 10 scale. 10 being the best, 0 being the worst.
All right. Let's do it then.
So
yeah.
Going class by class or MOBA by MOBA?
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a couple of these categories and then we'll discuss them across the different games. So I'm trying to think.
Let's just start with the
And
graphics.
Peter Hat is here now, right?
Yep. Let's start with the graphics, UI, quality, and effects, because each one of these games have different ones.
Okay, we can start with that. So, all right. So it's gonna be a lot of people to talk about it. So who wants to talk about the graphics in League of Legends, Smite, HOTS, and Dota 2? If you didn't play all of them, that's fine. But of the ones you've played, which ones do you enjoy more? And it's not just the quality; it's also you might like the art style.
I say Smite has the best graphics, but Dota 2 is the prettiest.
Interesting.
Okay. I would agree with that. But I would say Heroes of the Storm is a little bit prettier than Dota 2 because it's a little bit more clear, not as gloom, not as dark. With LOL, not in mentioning anything that I have to do with the game, but it's just cookie cutter. And yes, the graphics are really, really good now with the new map changes, with the new graphic changes. with the re-rolls and characters like they've done recently and revamp their their fine edges. It's really really good, but it's like cookie cutter. Like I don't know. I don't want to say cookie cutter because it's not really the right word. Heroes of the Storm has those graphics that need to be refined still, but are still like a Dota 2 but brighter. And then of course Smite it has because it's got the hole, and I think it has to do with the area view, opposed to like a side scrolling type with like League of Legends or HOTS or Dota 2. It's just the view makes it the graphics pop more to me. Anybody else?
I gotta say, Dota 2 looks really good. My only issue with it is, personally, it's not my kind of art style. It's one of those things that always kind of kept me away from it. I definitely agree with the League of Legends map changes looking really nice. The map looks good. I think the champions and champion animations look, like you kind of said, they're very cookie cutter, very clip art, if you will, very basic.
Yeah, that's right.
Heroes of the Storm, I love some of the animations that come out of it and some of the little Easter eggs, like when you're in Tomb of the Spider Queen and Harrison Jones comes down on the rope, and there's some fun little things there.
I found a new one of those Easter eggs the other day.
See, like there's new stuff being found all the time. I think honestly the one that I like for the best graphics isn't even in the list of the 4. From what I saw about PAX footage of Gigantic, the cell shading and the very action, fast-paced look of everything is still probably my favorite. Just out of the PAX footage, it looks phenomenal.
Nice. Anybody else have anything on graphics? Yog?
I mean, League of Legends really looks really good now, but it's like too little too late for me. Like, it took them this many years to finally add that polish to the game. Heroes of the Storm in the closed beta has more polish than League of Legends has had for the past few years, and that's kind of sad for a game that's as mainstream as it is.
Well, is that what they're angling Heroes of the Storm to do, to kind of take over where League of Legends is?
But,
No,
well, you can't.
LOL can keep its players.
Yeah, I wouldn't want
Is
to
it that
compete
bad?
for that. Yeah,
Yes.
it's terrible.
LOL, if LOL League players come over to HOTS and play, they bitch that, hey, hey, why are you pushing that lane? Go help your team. Don't know. Well, I'm a diamond in League. I know what I'm doing. I'm pushing lanes. No, we need you for a team fight. We need your help. It's 4v5. Okay, guess what? They just killed us. Now it's 4v5v1, and they're gonna come around and kill you anyway. Shit like that.
Yeah, and
don't
I feel like Heroes of the Storm ultimately is going to become the game that League of Legends can never be. And it's gonna appeal to people that really like what League of Legends is at its heart, but don't like all the junk that's part of it. Same thing with Dota 2. I love Dota 2. I play a lot of Dota and Dota All Stars on Warcraft 3 as the mod. Smite is still fun. I play on Xbox One. I'm in the beta on that, and I play on PC. Now Smite has the better graphics in terms of it's got full 3D models, and it's a bigger scale. But HOTS, for an isometric view and a beta, is right behind it, if not on the same level. And I think it's only going to get better.
How does Smite play on the Xbox One?
Oh, it's smooth. It's very smooth. And I can see HOTS lending itself well to controller support, but the controller support and the way they integrated that on Smite on the Xbox One it's perfect. So
Yeah, because that was my concern with them starting to bring MOBAs over to console is how is that gonna hold up, because it's very much a point and click game.
Oh well, actually, there's already precedents before Smite. Guardians of Middle Earth. You could probably pick it up on PS3 and Xbox 360. I don't think they're gonna come to the current gen now. But that game is actually really good. Sadly, it's not well supported, but it's Lord of the Rings universe, and it's really action packed, and it's full controller support. Like, it was built for controllers from the ground up, rather than reworked, re-engineered to support controllers. Guardians of Middle
Dota
Earth.
could never go on a controller.
Yeah.
Another good example is Diablo 3. When that came to consoles, Blizzard did a really good job of mapping the controls to a
Yeah.
controller.
Yep. And that's actually, Diablo is more a comparable experience of what Heroes of the Storm is leaning towards, whereas most other MOBAs lean more towards like an RTS feel. So I guess we should just go to the next thing. Is kind of like the gameplay aspect. You know, I would say the core mechanics. So, core mechanics in Heroes of the Storm, it's a lot more action based. Almost feels like an arcade game, like something you could play on a corn-op machine, because the way it plays. You know what I mean? Whereas like Dota 2 is great. You know, I love Dota 2 and I love Smite. League of Legends, I like the characters. I can play in small doses, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But like, I can never see like Dota 2 on a cornet machine. Smite I can. I can see that be like a thing. But I just kind of picture like in my mind, like I could play this in an arcade machine. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. But the core mechanics on HOTS feel a lot more like a Diablo type game, or Team Fortress. Kind of like Gigantic is aiming to be. It's more fast paced, more team oriented. Whereas a lot of MOBAs today, they have these remnants of classic RTSs, right? So it has that very much point and click feel to it, and that sluggish kind of thing. Like, it's kind of like resource management. I'm farming. I gotta time my animation so I get the last hit. All these things are remnants of archaic RTS engines that were customized or modded to become something different, And that's what's funny, is a lot of these core mechanics on like a League of Legends or Dota 2. Dota 2 is probably the worst in terms of the core mechanics, because not only do you have to worry about getting enough farm, last hit, timing your hit on a minion, on a creep, so that you get the gold off of it, but you also have to worry about zoning the enemy so they're not denying you of those last hits. You gotta harass them, and then you also gotta try to deny them of their last hits. And it's like, if you have ADD or OCD, you're probably in heaven. Like, oh, I got lots of stuff to do to keep me busy. But like, if you don't like all this extra stuff to worry about, it's not good. Like, it's like you need like 500 APM to be able to enjoy that. And unless you're Korean, that's probably not happening. So, core mechanics, guys. What do you guys? You guys have any thoughts on the core mechanics between these across these franchises? Beto?
For me, core mechanics, like if we're just talking like favorites in core mechanics, I like HOTS. Core mechanics, yeah, it's very, point click action, but the ability to change your character's mechanics as the game develops, when you hit your levels, and you can alter what your abilities do, and you can do things on the fly. Like, I've seen people engage into a fight, and it just so happens they hit level 10. People buy their alt right then and there, and it just comes flying in. Is fun. But then you might see Illidan, say, 5 games in a row, and no one built him the same. So at one point, you're worried about Illidan flying in from halfway across the map, Another one, you've got to split your team up so you don't group together and let his metamorphosis go through. One, he might be super defensive and you have to worry about him outliving and out-tanking your tank.
One of them, he might not take heal for basic damage.
Yeah, he might just be huge DPS. He might have put all the extra damage in and now he can just delete someone. And I think mechanically that keeps it fun. And it's really easy to grasp without the worry of, last hitting, denying, or anything like that. I think that's mechanically more fun. And the idea that turrets can run out of ammunition, created by Heroes of the Storm, I thought it was brilliant. Because it makes those moments where people who may come from other MOBAs go, well, I don't want to tower dive, I'm level 4. And the guy who's been playing HOTS for a while is like, his cannons are out of ammunition, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna pull it in OB Diablo and just run under there, grab him, flip him over me, and punt him halfway down the lane into my minions, because they can.
Amen, brother.
And I think mechanically, easily for me, it's Heroes of the Storm. Because I think it's the most wide-ranged available to everybody with the most potential.
I agree. And it distinguishes there's a familiar place in Heroes of the Storm if you play other arts or MOBA games, but then there's so much there that they do to distinguish themselves, and it's accessible and it's fun, but at the same time there's so much depth, complexity there. That's another thing too. Like, so I guess we'll end with this last area. I just got you thinking there, Veda, right?
I was just gonna say I also forgot to mention the team level mechanic is something we never saw in another game, but forces such a solid camaraderie to kind of help avoid toxicity. I like what they did with it.
Yeah, by the design, it's a game that by design is aimed at curbing toxicity and rewarding and reinforcing teamwork and good sportsmanship, which is great. No Space Gray, aka Rendez. He's talking about how he's getting the hero's hype right here. What do you say? The aura active, boldly hitting that keep just takes me back to the WC. So aura active auras. Warcraft 3 for real. Yes. But the last thing I guess we'll talk about is depth and complexity. I think this is an important one because people, especially with Heroes of the Storm, they tend to think that it's not a deep game because they mistake accessibility, like it's an accessible game, and they think that means that it lacks depth or it's for casuals, and that is not the case. I mean, if anyone that's played Hero League even a little bit knows that there's lots of subtle nuances, layers of depth like peeling an onion, and there's just so many things that you have to pay attention to and be aware of. I mean, yeah, you could jump into the game and pick it up pretty easily, but then there's little things that you have to really like pay attention to learn. All right, this is the turning point right here. What can we do to shift, sway momentum towards our side? So let's talk about real quick across, LoL, Smite, HOTS, and Dota 2. Which ones have the most complexity? Which one has the most depth? Well, I will say that Dota 2 is by far the most complex, just because there's so many items that are viable across multiple heroes. Yeah, as a new user, all the characters available to you day one, very overwhelming if you have no experience with Dota. But the thing is, it has complexity where you'd expect it. All right, you have to perfect your last hitting. You got to know which items to build, which items are currently viable, which ones have been nerfed, and blah, 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 blah. With Heroes of the Storm, the complexity is in places you would not expect it. You know, okay, I have to take objectives. Eventually, you learn pretty quickly that taking objectives on a battleground on a map is a good thing, but knowing when to take them is an even trickier thing. When should I soak lanes? When should I go join a team fight? Should I help them with that objective, or should I stay here? Should we split push or just group up? You know, the complexity in it is in places that you normally don't find them in other games. There's no item builds, but you can still customize and build your characters with their talents. And that changes the dynamic completely because each hero is its own set of tools. Each hero has its own little built-in item shop. It's crazy, you know. And as Fatal said, no two heroes are alike, you know, because everybody plays them slightly different. You know, there's different play styles. Some people might build their talents in order to be more situational, or they might just say, "Hey, this is my play style. This is the way I like to play this hero," and that works too. Rakdos, what do you think about that? All right, Morg, anybody?
I don't want to really talk about the subject just because I've played Smite once, and the others I've never played except for HOT, so I can't add much.
Well, which one do you think is more complex, for better or worse?
Of the two I've played,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, probably Smite, just because I don't know.
Well, I think that's a fair point. I think initially it's more complex, and then though Smite does have a good thing in there where it allows you to auto skill level and auto buy. You have to worry about those little things. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, HOTS doesn't have that, and so you're kind of faltering along. You're trying to keep yourself alive in HOTS while trying to figure out, okay, well, what do I choose this time?
Yeah. If you're
So
indecisive,
auto-leveling
like yeah, if you're indecisive like me, that's the tricky business there.
Yeah.
Oh, but you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you got it. Get quiet.
No, I'm just there's so many people here. I was just giving everybody else a chance to talk.
Oh, and BFT wants to make an honorable mention. If DC's Infinite Crisis. Yeah, like I like the concept. Like it's a MOBA with DC universe characters. I think I probably would have been more compelled if it was Marvel universe. Cause I'm not a big DC guy. I mean, Batman. That's all I wanted to do. Batman all day. Maybe the Arrow. Yeah, the Flash is cool too now because of the show. But yeah, he said he said he'd love to mention the game, but at the end of it, it feels like it's just a cut and paste of what's already available. And a lot of MOBAs are. I feel like the ones that we've chosen here have enough to distinguish them, set them apart. But there are a lot of common threads, and out of this lot, Heroes of the Storm I think is the most distinguished. Oh, and they put a trailer out of Kael'thas for Heroes of the Storm. So
Did they now?
No Space Gray in the chat says, I like the fact that in Dota you can actually come back from a very bad position by focusing the whole team by either split pushing or just plain space creation. So one design carry farms indefinitely that it becomes impossible to stop. Dota for me is definitely more complex, but people don't got time for 40 minutes to an hour matches any long. But see, you could do that you could do that in HOTS too. The thing is, I think the pitfall in every MOBA and arts game is that people think it's all about the team fights and KDA, and if you can't win those, you can't get a high KDA ratio, then you're gonna lose. Teams that are behind in levels win all the time in all these games, especially in Heroes of the Storm. It's meant to Heroes of the Storm again by design, meant to mitigate that snowball factor. But anyway, we gotta move on because I think it's almost time to wrap up soon.
Mm-hmm.
Obi?
Yeah.
You want to do a quick dust off, or you want to wrap it up now?
That's up to you, buddy. We got about 10 minutes left. You can. I mean, just go a couple games that everybody's been playing lately that I haven't been recently.
Yeah, I probably won't have enough time to do all of it. I'm just curious though. Has anybody been playing Hearthstone?
No.
Nope.
Yes, actually. I actually played yesterday, actually. Just because I didn't have to be on my computer.
Yeah, you guys. A lot of people don't know this, but the app's available on Android and Apple. It's free, or free to play.
That's the right price.
Yes, good game. It's a good game. And I'm gonna also say, as a public service announcement for the TCG elitists, they're like, oh, it's not MTG, so it's for casuals. It's not a dumbed down game. There's a lot of depth there. I see. I mean, obviously, like, with any game, any like deck building game, eventually see a lot of the same decks. But I constantly run into decks that surprise me. I'm like, ooh, that's a really interesting idea. Why didn't I think of that? You know, there's a lot of possibility now, especially now that they've had so many expansions with the single player adventures and all that stuff. Crystal X Ramus and Goblins vs. Gnomes, and now Black Rock Mountain. I was about to call it Black Cock again.
Blackcock Mountain.
And here I was trying to keep my mind out of the gutter with Yogi's comment just a little bit ago about wanting to what was it, do Batman all day long?
What?
Yeah.
Just saying.
I knew it.
I mean, it's Batman. It's not gay if you do a Batman.
Wait,
He's Batman.
dude, it's gay either way. Just to let you know, bro.
If it lets me play with the Batarang, I don't know.
Wow.
Oh god.
I might be okay with it.
Gee.
Anyway, now that I've completely killed the conversation.
No, I think you're onto something here. Let's keep this one going.
No, Bearded, this is actually a momentous occasion because Bearded Hat is one of the fine folks that consider an integral part of the gang. But unfortunately, our schedules haven't been lining up very well. But in the near future, hopefully, we'll be doing some podcasts on a regular basis.
I
to
hope
help
so.
us, help us with some launches and maybe get some articles up and reviews and all kinds of fun stuff like that.
I
Stay
got lots of
tuned.
free time.
Oh, we'll see. Listen, we gotta do it. But see, you're in the same situation a lot of us here on the chat are. Morgana runs into it. Obi runs into it. I run into it. You know, Fado runs into it. The kids are OP.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
He's asleep right now. I don't know how much longer that'll last.
I was gonna say right now is the key word.
I think Riot needs to nerf kids.
I don't know. The devs don't really push patches through very often for this outside game.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah.
Well, if they push through, it should be removal of skinny jeans, like replace them with baggy jeans or jeans that fit properly, like on your waist or somewhere near that area.
They need to
Sorry,
fix the
Yogi, I
whining
disagree.
patch. They really need to patch the whining.
Yes.
That's
Please patch the whining.
oh my gosh.
Just saying.
They need to make it like this should be a global thing, at least in Blizzard games. People start BMing, all of a sudden, like, all you see is you read wah 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 wah, and that's what you start hearing in the voice chat. Wah 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 wah. Oh, that'd be so good. And then, like, the person's still BMing, but then you just can't stop laughing, and it just will transform that, like, miserable toxicity. Like, I had a bad day, so I'm gonna take it out on you. Meh. They're like wonderful things, No, nobody? I think it's a great idea. Come on.
It is a good idea.
Let's rally for this. Get on the Blizzard forums and suggest this on the HOTS forums, yo.
But while you guys do that, it is one of those times where we're going to have to call it a good night. HorsePLAY Live is everywhere you can listen to and download awesome podcast, even including allgames.com. Please take a few minutes to thumbs up, favorite, subscribe, and share. Even better, we'd love some comments and reviews, guys. It's quick, it's easy, and it really helps us out. Thanks to everyone who has been promoting our content. We love you dearly. And one extra thing is thanks to chat. You guys are awesome. Every week we come in here and we talk, providing most of chats and TeamSpeak with us, but still, you guys are awesome. Thank you. If you guys like eye candy, we have video. We usually have cams, but you guys can check us out on YouTube, and Twitch. That's twitch.tv/geekyantics, youtube.com/geekyantics. Here on Geeky Antics Network, in collaboration with All Games Radio Network, we have tons of shows that we cover and a wide spectrum of topics. We can't possibly plug every full podcast out there, so you guys can go to geekyantics.net/schedule. Currently Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are basically the weekends, are our biggest podcasting days for now. So if you guys want to get in on that, we're looking for podcast hosts. We're looking for, I got to scroll down a little bit more. We're looking for podcast hosts, writers, broadcasters, and streamers. So let's connect and brainstorm together, guys, right here on geekyantics.net. For now, we are going to let everybody very, very quickly say where they're coming from. Fatal, give us a couple of where you can be found.
On the interwebs.
Got it. Fatal Blades, guys, check them out. It's either Fatal Blades or Fatal_Blades. Check him out. You guys can get BFT9000 on Twitter and Twitch. Beard and Hat.
I'm Beard and Hat on Twitch, Twitter. Where else am I?
You guys can check
anywhere. Look for Beard and Hat. That's where I'll be.
All right, Beard and Hat. Lord Rakdos at Lord Rakdos on Twitter. I know for a fact. Twitch, anything? No. Morgana Freya. You guys can check her out. Morgana Freya, just like it's spelled on Twitch, Twitter, and more than likely anywhere else that you could think of spelling that name. It's probably her. So
you're right.
Guys, check that out. Go ahead.
And if it isn't, you need to tell me now.
Definitely. But you guys can check me out at Obi1x2. It's everything Obi1x2. If you're having trouble finding me, you're not looking in the right places. Thank you. Yogi, you want it real quick?
I'm Yogizilla everywhere. Really easy to stalk. I do not try to hide behind a pseudonym or anything like that.
And that's YOGIZILLA for those that are not live here with us. But if you guys are listening to us on allgames.com, thank you very much, first of all. But the Dead Pixel live show, Power Ranking show, is coming up next, followed by the B Team podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern. Guys, we really appreciate it. Stick around, hit the live chat button. We'll see you guys next week. HorsePLAY Live, out. Peace! Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.